Welcome back. So many folks looking out for those among us who are often the least considered in our society. And one terrible, terrible tragedy of our modern society is homeless youth. I can't even imagine that there is such a phrase in our language, but it is a reality for many, many teens to be homeless in our country and even in our Salt Lake City metropolitan area. The good news is that the HYRC, the Homeless Youth Resource Center, exists as a resource for those teens, and the Volunteers of America and the good folks from Klein Sisters Productions are throwing a party, a little cabaret this weekend for the VOA, and Daryl Woods is here to tell us all about it. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
I'm glad to be back.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Just a little busy, a little stressed.
Yeah, sure. It's show week.
Yeah. This show has basically been my life for the past 6 months, and now that it's here, and I'm kind of having this surreal moment. I don't know if it's here, and oh my God, it's here. But it is Saturday night at 7:30 at the Grand Theater at Salt Lake Community College, South City campus.
And if anybody out there hasn't been to the Grand Theater, it's real cool.
It's a great venue.
It's beautiful.
And there's 1,100 seats, which is super exciting. If we sell every seat, in just ticket sales alone, we'll raise a little over $13,000. And now this money, of course, is going to the Volunteers of America Homeless Youth Resource Center. On average, there's between 300 and 500 kids, 15 to 22, living on the streets of Salt Lake City every day. A lot of people don't understand, because they think there's the homeless youth, there's the homeless shelter, that they just go there. They can't, they can't stay there. They're living on the streets.
They can't because they're minors, and they're not allowed in.
I think you have to be 21 or 22 to stay at the road home. I don't quote me on that.
It's okay. We're not going to.
TV.
We're not going to, and I want to back up for just 1 second and linger on the number 500, because
it's astronomical.
It's astronomical in a city the size of Salt Lake, and we think of ourselves as a wonderful place to live because it is. Utah is a wonderful place. Salt Lake, Park City, the surrounding communities are wonderful. 500 kids, man, that's so heavy.
But when I decided to do this for the homeless youth, I'm not okay with these kids living on the streets, because not only are they having to fend for themselves, but think of all the emotional and mental damage that's going along with it, and the crime that goes along with it. But we're not giving them any option to not do crime. They've got to survive.
Absolutely.
But Volunteers of America is in the process of opening the first ever in Utah overnight shelter for the youth. So this money from the show is going to go towards helping that. And I mentioned that the tickets are $12, but we're also having a live auction during the show. I've got 10 fabulous prizes up for auction.
What do you got?
Well, one package has a 40-inch LCD HD TV. I can't say that.
You just did.
I did. A Wii console, a DVD player, some other things in that one. I've got another package. I've got tickets to Stomp, a night at the Anniversary Inn, flowers, chocolate, breakfast at the Park Cafe. We're trying to make these packages that people will want. I've got an art package with art from photography by Troy Hunter, art by Darren Jones, a framing certificate, and then tickets to Leonardo. I mean, it took a lot of time and energy to do this, and we're so super excited about that. This show is unlike anything you will experience in Utah.
Yeah, and tell folks who's on the docket, who's going to be kicking their heels up.
I've got two of your favorites, Brian Freitas and Lisa Hillary. They're phenomenal.
They are. Shout out to those guys. I hope they're watching. I hope to get to see them on Saturday night. They really are fantastic, Lisa, Hillary, and Brian. And I understand they're duetting.
Yes, they're debuting a duet that's never been done before, and they're going to do it at our show.
Very cool.
We're super excited about that. Super talented. I've got 2 comedians. I've got Travis Tate and Josh Fono-Khalifi. I've got Kayla Cohn-Emuera. When she auditioned, it was like, oh my gosh, she is an up-and-coming, beautiful voice, plays the piano. The Klein sisters, of course, are performing, and I've got some other singers. I've got dancers from Ballroom, Utah, and I've got the African Heartwood Drum and Dance Ensemble. They are amazing. They sing traditional African chants, I guess, drum and dance at the same time. It's amazing to watch. Among others that I'm probably forgetting, sorry, but
it's quite all right. It's a nice sampling, and what I like is that you've got a variety of styles and genres of entertainment.
Well, I find that in past shows that we've done, when you have a variety, you keep people engaged because they never know what's going to come on next.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And this show is nonstop. It's nonstop. It's from beginning to end. Fun and high energy. It's a production. You know. It's a variety production.
That's fantastic. I will say, however, that one of the things that is most important to me about this kind of an event is I know that you work very hard to put on the best show that you can, but the point is to help others and to help kids who are defenseless. And so you guys come out because you can help, not just because it's going to be a great show, which it will be. But I just think it's a fantastic thing that you're doing. I know you've worked your tail off for months now.
But no, the
reason
why we're doing it is for these youth. And it's not only about raising money, but it's about raising awareness. We need to talk about the fact that there's 15-year-olds living on the streets with nowhere to turn.
And that's why I'm so glad that you were able to be here tonight, so that we could focus on that. The number. I can't get over it, and I hope that our time together tonight and on through this event and future events, the work that you're doing will change that number and lower it, and mostly make people really connect with what's inside their hearts of the kind of empathy that these kids deserve.
Absolutely.
So one more time, tell folks the deets on where to get tickets, location, everything.
Everybody can go to our website, which is KleinSistersProductions.com, and that's Klein. So KleinSistersProductions.com has all the information, and you can buy tickets there. It'll link to the Grand. It is Saturday night at 7:30 at the Grand Theater at Salt Lake Community College, South City campus. Box office opens at 4. Doors to the theater open at 7, and the auction packages are on display starting at 5.
Very cool. So let's just have a little moment here where we put the vibes into the universe that there will be some, as they call them on Wall Street, some whales who will turn out with big, staggeringly heavy checkbooks and not just bid on packages and not just buy a ticket to watch the show, but just to reach into their hearts and into their resources to help the kids.
We're going to give them that opportunity.
Daryl, thank you so much. It's great to see you again.
Thank you.
Best wishes. Break a leg.
Thank you.
I don't want to destroy the
mojo,
the tradition, right?
Yeah.
Of the theater. I'm sure it will be fantastic, and I look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you.
Excellent. It's KleinSistersProductions.com. Go Saturday night. Give from your heart and from your financial resources for homeless youth right here in Salt Lake City. We got to do weather, so we're going to take a quick break. Then we'll do weather, and then Eddie Lewis is here from Snow Crew. This show gets better and better. Stay tuned, please.